We have yet another data point in which we find that while claiming that the left was censoring the right on Twitter and elsewhere, the Trump administration was demanding others be censored. So let me back up a little bit as we start to talk about this story. During the first couple days of hearings about the weaponization of big tech or whatever it was, we learned that the Trump administration wanted celebrity Chrissy Teigen censored for an insult she made about President Donald Trump. Let me remind you, remember, these were hearings meant to make the left look bad, and they made the right look like triggered snowflakes.
Ms. Naravoli, earlier you testified about a 2019 tweet that was about President Trump, and I think it was from Ms. Teigen. What was the tweet about?
Yeah.
Would you like me to give the direct quote?
Yeah.
Please excuse my language. This is a direct quote, but Chrissy Teigen referred to Donald Trump as a pussy ass bitch.
Okay. Free speech. And what happened after Ms. Teigen posted her tweet? What did the White House do? What did the Trump White House do?
Right.
From my understanding, the White House reached out to ask that this tweet be removed. It was my team's job. This fell underneath the policy for abusive behaviors, and we evaluated underneath our insults policy. At that time, up to 3 insults were allowed, and so it was our job to determine how many insults were included within that phrase.
So the Trump White House reached out, not an agency, but the White House reached out and requested that you remove the tweet.
From my understanding, yes.
Okay. So the story that they were telling on the right is it's the left that constantly wants to do censorship and blah, 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 blah. A celebrity insults Trump and they try to get the tweet deleted. But we now know that that's not the only such example. We have also now learned that the Trump White House was pressuring Disney, meaning ABC, to censor Jimmy Kimmel. This is, at this point, are we surprised by this at all? Rolling Stone article, the former president was so incensed by the late night host, Jimmy Kimmel, making fun of him that he had his staff take action. This was in early 2018. The American national security apparatus was fixated on reports that North Korea was building nuclear weapons, which could reach the U.S., or that Russia was plotting chemical weapons assassinations in Europe. Trump, meanwhile, was busy targeting his idea of an enemy of the state, late-night host Jimmy Kimmel. According to 2 former Trump administration officials, Trump was so upset by Jimmy Kimmel's comedic jabs that he directed White House staff to call up one of Disney's top executives in D.C. to complain and demand action. ABC is owned by Disney. In at least 2 separate phone calls that occurred around the time Trump was finishing his first year in office, the White House conveyed the severity of Trump's fury with Kimmel to Disney. Trump's staff mentioned the leader of the free world wanted the billion-dollar company to rein in Jimmy Kimmel for trashing Trump. And Trump felt that Kimmel had, in the characterization of a former administration official, been very dishonest and doing things that Trump would have sued over. The incident was so bizarre, news of it spread around the corridors of power in D.C. Other administration officials who had nothing to do with the pressure campaign expressed they were confused that they expressed hearing from Disney that they were confused that the White House was telling them Trump wants to tone down the humor. They are the triggered snowflakes. And I know we've said it so many times before, accusations or confessions and it's projection and all of these different things. It really is the truth. And from the Twitter files, we learned basically that the Trump administration had the same access, if that's what you want to call it, to request things be removed as the Biden campaign. Remember, Trump administration, Biden campaign. And from all of these anecdotes, we're learning that the Trump White House was regularly trying to use their powers of censorship while claiming that it is the left that was trying to censor them. It is yet another case where the truth is the opposite of what they tell us. I am sure these 2 examples that we mentioned today aren't the only ones. Did you know that half of Americans are deficient in vitamin A, vitamin C, and magnesium? Most Americans are deficient in vitamin D. I take vitamin D during the winter. It is sometimes difficult to eat exactly the right amount of each food to get exactly what you need. I just make my life simpler with AG1 by Athletic Greens. In the morning, 1 scoop of AG1, I get the entire day's worth of 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It's what I want. It's no more. It's no less. It's not making any outlandish claims. It's just an easy, sustainable routine. I've tried different ways of taking vitamins. AG1 is cheaper. It's quicker. It's tastier. I'm not fumbling around with different capsules. It tastes great to drink straight with water. Sometimes I'll put it in a smoothie or shake. It's simple. It's something easy you can do going into the new year, staying properly nourished. Athletic Greens is giving my audience a free year's supply of vitamin D. I take that every day in winter. Plus, you'll get 5 free travel packs of AG1. Go to athleticgreens.com/Pacman. The link is down below.